kindergarten class uses delicious manipulatives to compare groups of sets in the vodcast to follow. The use of manipulatives with these young learners allows for concrete representation and helps them practice with dexterity and gross motor control. The teacher activates prior knowledge by asking the class questions about the number of fingers she is holding on each hand. Students have developed a strong schema for comparing since lessons past. The teacher ties a connection between previous sorting activities and today's math practice. Students will sort their pack of candy according to color, graph the results on their data sheets, and discuss with their table their findings. The teacher models this for the students and reteaches before moving along.
What we're going to talk about is different numbers. So if I have like 1 on my left, 3 on my right, which hand am I holding more fingers? 3. 3. So 3 is more than 1. Now, what if I have 3 fingers on my left hand and 3 fingers on my right hand?
Both is equal.
They are equal. Great job. Let's work with some M&Ms. We're all going to get a pack of M&Ms. And I know that we're all great sorters. We were sorting buttons by size and by color and by shape and by holes. But on our M&Ms, we're going to sort them by different colors. We're all going to get a chart, friends. It's going to have the different colors that might be in our M&Ms. The M&Ms can come in blue, brown, green, purple, orange, red, and yellow. So what we're going to do, friends, we're going to take our M&Ms. We have different colored M&Ms. Table. And I'm going to separate them by color. So I have some blues, put my blues together. And I'm going to put all my yellows together. And put all my reds together. We're going to sort them by color. Once we sort, we're going to use our graph and write down how many we have. So for the color blue, how many were in my pack?
3.
1, 2, 3. What I'm going to do
Write a 3.
is we're going to draw in 3 blue M&Ms. 1 M&M, 2 M&Ms, 3 M&Ms, and we're going to go across for different colors. For the next color, brown, I have, how many browns, friends? 3 browns. I have 3.
That's equal.
They are equal. Great job. So I would draw 3 brown. And then for greens, I would draw my greens. Now it's asking me for orange. Did I have any orange?
No.
So what would I do? Do I put anything for orange?
0.
We don't have to put anything. And then we'll go across all of our different colors and write how many we have. When you do that, we're going to take our M&Ms and put them back in the pack. That way they're ready to go home. We won't forget about it. No, we're just going to fold it up and save it for later. And then what we're going to do is we're going to talk with our friends at our table about the different colored M&Ms we had. So when we were looking at my blue M&Ms, it was the same as my brown M&Ms. So we would say, oh, my browns are equal to my blue. But Trevor might have 4 blue M&Ms, and I only have 3 blue M&Ms. So I would say, Trevor, you have 1 more blue M&M than I do. What would you say to me, Trevor, about my M&Ms?
You got 3 M&Ms more, less than me.
Now sometimes I could have 3 blue M&Ms, and it's the same as Trevor. But my 3 M&Ms is more than 2 M&Ms. So even though you have a big number or a little number, it can still be bigger than something, and it can still be smaller than something else. We want to practice using words like more, less, or we can even use the word same. But what's a better word than same?
Equal.
Equal. Great job. Now at the very bottom, we have a sentence, and it's going to say, the color I have the most of is, and you're going to write The color I have the least of is, and you'll write in that color. What does most mean in this sentence? If
That
I
you
say
have more than
any others.
other.
Now, if you have the least of a color,
You have the shortest.
it's the shortest of any of the others. Great job. So that's how we're going to talk about that. Now, sometimes we don't know how to spell a color, right? So what can we do to find out how to spell that word?
You can look.
We can look. So let's say I'm looking for the ones I have most. Would I look for zero numbers if I'm looking for most? I would look for the biggest number. And if I have the biggest number for, let's say, yellow, I can follow down to the word yellow, and I can copy that word yellow and put it there. So we can use these words as a reference